All right, still on Fela's Lifetime, I am now joined by Omatshola Iseli. He's a former Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria, PMAN president. T-Mac, so good to have you on News Night tonight. I mean, straight up, I mean, how do you feel about this Lifetime Achievement Award conferred on the late great Fela Kuti by the Grammys, the first African to be so recognized?
Well, thank you for having me on your great program. The fact that his recognition comes decades after his passing is powerful. It tells us that the true cultural impact is not measured by charts or trophies in one's lifetime, but by the work shapes generations. The Grammy is not just for Fela, the musician, but for Fela, the cultural force, a man who insisted that African identity, truth, and artistic freedom deserves a permanent place in the world history. I congratulate him and his family. It's great. Fela has been my friend since 1970, when I returned back to Nigeria from Switzerland. I met him. We shared many events together. When Fela passed away, Beko brought young Sheun to my house, and I took also care of him. So I have been my whole life close to the family.
Yes, indeed, and so many documentaries, productions, Broadway musical, Fela, have been done in his name. Would you say, considering the size, the humongous size of Fela's, appeal globally, do you think Nigeria has really tapped from the wealth of what he had to offer musically? Have we done that enough in Nigeria?
Well, the award places him alongside global icons like Paul Simon, Whitney Houston, Chaka Khan, formally recognizing his role as an influence on the artists around the world. It is often that a prophet is not recognized in his own country. I mean, I performed in the same time in Nigeria, and I saw that we had more recognition, we were better paid abroad than in our own country. Nigeria has that kind of scene that you play for parties, you play for wake-keeps, you play in nightclubs. There are very few actual concert musicians. Can you take this away? Concert musician, sorry, I have one of my dog rocking my, can you take him away? Sorry, please. Sorry,
that's fine.
Please.
That's
one
fine.
of my many dogs here.
Yeah, we're pet friendly. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think now Nigerians start to appreciate and understand his music better than, let's say, 10 years ago or when he just passed away. Because whenever the recognition from abroad comes back, we tend to say, yes, he is one of ours. Yeah. But I think the Ministry of Culture and the government should do more to recognize not just Fela, all the legends of Nigeria. We had many, many great artists who are late, who have done their contribution to the development of music, whose records are there, but it's surprising that we have not realized that Nigerian music, Nigerian movies can whitewash our often negative reputation.
Right. And let's talk about Afrobeat.
And the moment the government...
yeah, T-Mac, yes. Very quickly, because we have to, wrap. The message of Afrobeat, the message of Fela Kuti, how relevant today? And I'd like you to also look at what seems to be the evolution of Afrobeat to Afrobeats, and what you make of it, and whether it remains relevant in today's world.
Well, you know, when you talk about Afrobeat and Afrobeats, we had Afro pop, Afro jazz, that was my genre, and then came not very creative that it added an S to Afrobeat. They could have called it Afro pop or whatever. But anyway, it has become now a world known category Afrobeats. To me, it doesn't actually mean much because they play Pokripo, they play the old stuff, the new stuff, and just call it generally Afrobeats. To me, the important Afrobeat is still Fela style. That heavy, intelligent music with good lyrics, great arrangements, compositions, well-rehearsed music, not just to sit at home or in a studio on a laptop and do some beats and then you rap something or say something. It's good. I mean, I appreciate what the young generation is doing. They're making some good money. But the real cultural music is Afrobeats, which survived the tide of time, which will stay forever as historical Nigerian music.
No doubt, and no better way to put it tonight. T-Mac Iseli, of course, composer. If you were to ask me how to describe you, I would say composer, and great music that you have produced yourself. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on Newsnight. And of course, earlier we had Femi and Kuti reacting to the recognition of his father, the late, great Fela Kuti, by the Grammys, a Lifetime Achievement Award. Well, this is where we say thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight. I am Ngozi Alebu from all of us here in Abuja, our teams all around the globe. Have a great night and an amazing, rewarding weekend.